As Afghan cities fall to the Taliban, watching the end of the conflict has become a much more bitter experience for veterans. A local vet of the war shares his reaction to these latest events with our Michael Sandlin.
I think everybody underestimated the Taliban and kind of the power that they were holding and kind of holding back, waiting for us to get out.
As the U.S. finalizes its departure from Afghanistan, every city the U.S. had occupied over the 20-year conflict has fallen to the Taliban. For Sergeant David Gedman, an Afghanistan veteran who fought to protect those cities from the radical group, he says it's upsetting but not surprising.
It's a bummer, it's terrible, but I think a lot of people kind of saw it coming. Really, the people that I feel worse for are the Afghan people.
The U.S.-supported democratic Afghan government is in collapse, and the elected president has fled the country, effectively ringing in the end of democracy in Afghanistan. For Gedman, the whole process is following a familiar pattern.
It's not, necessarily new. It's new for our generation, but I mean, it just happened 50 years ago in Vietnam. So I mean, same exact thing. As soon as we were gone, the communists came right down, and they're still a communist country to this day.
As America's involvement in Afghanistan comes to its conclusion, Gedman says the comparisons to the Vietnam War are becoming obvious. He says it's another example of America getting involved in a conflict it can't resolve, fighting an ideology instead of an army.
I mean, history repeats itself, and they say the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result, and it's same thing again.
As the last American soldiers and diplomats leave Afghanistan and the Taliban regains control, some might hope we won't repeat the mistakes of this mission. But Sergeant Gedman believes the cycle will only continue.
As long as the military-industrial complex is in it to make money, and I mean, war is good business, and it costs American lives, but it makes us a lot of money. It makes a lot of businesses a lot of money. So it's a cycle, and it might not be in Afghanistan, but it'll be somewhere, I'm sure.
Reporting for WTOL, I'm Michael Sandlin.